Imagine a 17-year-old girl was just invited to her first party. It took her an hour and a half to get her curly hair pinned straight, even though she knew it was going to get frizzy, it was going to get curly again in the party's humidity. She wore her shortest shirt and shortest shorts. She didn't eat for a week to look fat. She proceeded to put a big hoodie and sweatpants over her clothes so her mom wouldn't get mad at her for dressing the way she did. Walking to the party, she's thinking about why all of this started. Her eating disorder was stupid. She used to be healthy. It all started when this one boy said she would look better with straight hair and a smaller stomach. She went to the party hoping she won't get pushed into drinking or worse. She put her hoodie in her friend's room and went downstairs. She didn't want to be like this, act like this, dress like this. All she wanted to be was cool. She would do anything to be cool. She didn't expect it to get this bad. She drank the shot, but it never managed to fill the hole in her heart. According to Roger Coven, PhD, a clinical psychologist, being liked is a fundamental human need. My mom picked me up from school one day and she had a friend with her in the car. When her friend realized we went to an American school, she asked me jokingly, "Is it like in the movies with the lockers and almost assigned seats during lunch?" My mom answered yes quickly. I didn't think much of it at the time, but as time went by, I couldn't stop thinking about it. During lunch, I noticed who was sitting at each table. Of course, I had opinions of people, but I never noticed that there was literally a cool girls' table, a cool boys' table, a weird girls' table, and a weird boys' table. I was wondering if it was just me making these groups in my head. Everyone wants to feel validation. For some people, it's academic validation, and for some people, it's with classmates. We can take an extremely popular movie such as Mean Girls. Regina George is the most popular girl in their school. In this movie, if you're friends with this one girl, nothing can happen to you. I don't think this happens at AAS specifically because even with teachers, they're scared of her. But Hollywood isn't really creative, and they get their ideas from us. So I'm like, sure, it happens somewhere else. You can be honest. Which Mean Girls character are you? Katie. There are more real-world examples now that social media is a big part of our life. The clothes a lot of people wear are just because of trends. The popular thing at the moment. Trends usually start when an influencer or liked person commonly on social media wears a piece of clothing, uses an app, or has a certain item. This trend was started by Demna Vassiliou. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, so sorry. In October of 2017, the Balenciaga X Crocs 110 millimeters. Forbes and Vogue, start quote, claimed it's Balenciaga's ugliest shoe yet, but I still love them. I think if this Austrian fashion designer hadn't worn these shoes, they wouldn't be as popular. Most people can agree that this is not a pretty shoe. Another day-to-day example is that you're sitting on the couch with your sister watching Friends. She laughs at one of Chandler's sarcastic smirks, but you don't find it funny, yet you still laugh, because you want to fit in with someone that you love the most, because you don't want to seem weird. I could probably give a million different variations and examples of this, but it happens. I'm going to give a more serious one. On TikTok, some people get lucky and go viral for mundane things. Other people get jealous and will almost do anything to be famous. There is a trend called the blackout trend, where commonly children hold their breath until they pass out. 80 people died just for TikTok views. Throughout our whole life, we have expectations. As we grow, the expectations grow as well. As we grow, obviously, the expectations for popularity grow as well. From the young age of 8, children have started to vape. I don't think these children want lung problems by the time they're 30. They just want to be cool. I don't think there's a problem with trying to vape as an older adult or young teen, but there's a problem with getting addicted, and it's not something you can control. I think people vaping at such a young age just want to be cool. I know so many girls that have naturally curly hair like me, and someone would say something like, "You'd look way better with straight hair," or "Can you straighten your hair for me tomorrow?" And they try it once, it can't hurt, it's just a straightener. Second time, it's fine, it's just a piece of metal. And now they can't get their curly hair back. Curly hair is a big part of my life, quite literally because I spend so much time on it. And I don't care if not having it will make me less cool because it's something I love about myself. And it wasn't always like that. In third grade, I used to spend whole classes pulling it down and then at home brushing it because my mom didn't want me to get it permanently straightened. Only around 15% of the population can relate to this, but it's still a pretty common example of peer pressure. Some of you might know Miss Reyes. She was my third grade teacher. She always used to talk about borders. She would say we needed borders in every single relationship. At the age of 8, I didn't actually understand what they were, but I would always imagine a huge piece of paper with red stripes. In between these stripes were all of my borders. Now, as I'm getting older and I'm reflecting more on that year and talking to more interesting people, I'm realizing how important borders are in every single aspect of your life. What I'm trying to get at is I don't have a problem with people being popular or trying to be popular. I have a problem with people that are willing to die or kill for their status and are making friends without boundaries for themselves. I think making sure you have a good image amongst your peers is very important, but before you change your whole life for your friends, take a second look at them. Are they mean to you or other people? Do they bring you up or down? Are they making you happy? If you don't know these things in the beginning of your friendship or at any point of your friendship, it's okay. You can get to know them a bit. It's like watching a 3-minute trailer before you invest in the whole 2-hour movie. If the things I mentioned before are important to you and friends and it's not happening with these people, it's fine. There are other people in your grades. Take a look at them. Do they fit your friend criteria or your borders? And if there's no one that you want to be friends with, it's better to be alone and happy. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope next time you do something, it's because you want to and not because someone cool is doing it. And by the way, even here at AAS, I know so many people that were the most popular and everyone loved them. And then they went to college and they're not popular anymore. People ignore them and say stuff. And being popular really depends on where you are, with who you are, and how comfortable you are where you are. Thank you.